This is Janice Hilton. She is one of our senior companion volunteers. She's going to tell us a story about one of the people that she visits, one of her seniors.
Yeah. Well, my time with this lady has just been amazing. It started off when I went to her door the very first day, and I rang the doorbell and had a big smile on my face, and and she comes to the door, and I said, "Hello, and my name is Janice Hilton, and I'm your companion." And she looked at me and said, "Can you read?" And I said, "Yes, I can read." And she said, Did you see that sign on the front porch?" And I said, "There was no sign on the front porch." And she said, "Oh, yes, there is." And I said, "Well, what did the sign say?" And she said, "Take off your shoes." So our beginning was a little rough. And by the way, there wasn't a sign on the front porch. So after talking to her for about a month, I visited her once a week for a month. And it was just going downhill. She was very depressed, and just everything was negative. There was nothing good for her to talk about. And so I really thought about this, and I thought, how am I going to help her change? And so I thought, she needs to learn to be positive. And I realized and took into account that she had a very hard life. And so all of her happenings that she talked about in her life were negative. And so I started thinking, okay, we're not going to have any negative conversations. And it was tough. But she'd bring up something about her previous husband and how she didn't like him, and they ended up getting a divorce and all of that. And so I asked her one day, I said, "Did you love your husband when you married him?" And she said, "Well, yes, of course." And I said, "Well, what did you love about him?" And so then she started telling me all of the positive things. And pretty soon she realized that I was not going to get in negative conversations with her. So little bit by little bit, things changed. And when I finally stopped, she's now, they moved into a retirement area. And so I just realized that I have made a big difference in her life, because she told me that my coming has just made such a difference with her, and that I helped her look at the positive side of life. And I think that was maybe my best accomplishment with her. And I enjoyed visiting her, although the first month was pretty rough. But after that, we just she would welcome me in her home, and we would just sit and talk about good things, positive things. And slowly she started to smile. And it took a while, but it was just amazing working with her. And I feel like that being a companion with her was just a wonderful thing. It helped her, and it also helped me. And I was really thankful for the opportunity to visit her.